and karma alone cannot succeed. So when we push ourselves, oh, let me know it and I will do it, it will not happen. Why it will not happen? Because I know sleep is so good, but I cannot sleep 24 hours. Something pushes me, the Prakriti pushes me, get up. You have lot of vasanas, you have to fulfill those vasanas. Vasana for self-discovery, that is also vasana. So that takes me to satoguna. Vasana of drinking takes me to rajoguna. And doing unwanted things takes me to tamoguna. So knowledge alone is not enough. Karma alone is not enough. We have to balance it. We have to balance it. So the self-discovery must integrate karma with the knowledge. You have seen lot of people, they go for retreat. Okay, I will awaken myself. I'm going for a retreat for about a week. Oh, very good. It is not going to happen. Do whatever you do. You see, a lot of people, they do it.
But it's good for health.
Yeah, it's good for health, and at last they get frustrated. No, everything is good. Food was good. Stay was good. Bed was good. And I built my ego because I took branded pants there, and I used that pant. I had a swimming in the ocean, etc., etc. So, you see that this is very important to understand, that karma alone is not enough. Knowledge alone is not enough. No action can ever remain. No life. No one can remain without action, that we have already covered. So we are forced to act based on our guna. Tamoguna, rajoguna, satoguna. So now, can I balance these three gunas by performing an action? Yes, we can do it. So that is what the Karma Yoga speaks of. Karma Yoga speaks of this. So when we know that the Prakriti is pushing me, I can use it for good. Prakriti is pushing me. Prakriti pushed me and I woke up from the sleep. So let me use that force. That is why you already know that we need to wake up 3.5 hours before the sunrise. I'm connecting everything. You might have heard about it. It is good to wake up before the sun rises in our wherever we live. So we are ready to welcome the sun. So that way we channelize our energy that pushes me to action. Prakriti is energy. Ultimately, it pushes me. It forces me to sleep. It pushes me to wakefulness. It asks me to do one thing. Oh, let me take vegetarian. Let me take non-vegetarian. Let me do this. So Prakriti is constantly pushing me to work, to work, to work. So the work is done by the energy within. Let me channelize this energy and enter into the field of Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga. That needs to be properly understood. So the moment I realize it is the energy is pushing me, and I woke up, let me use. Thank God thank the Prakriti, and let me. If I don't think, if I'm not aware, what will happen? The restlessness, the anxiety, the duality, the conflict will come. Until this point, I think, yes, we have covered. So now what our Krishna says, karma indriyani sanyama yaste manasa smarana. So Krishna says, don't become hypocrite. You are going for a retreat at least for 1 week. I am not doing any sexual activity. So once I return, and then I am totally engaged and obsessed with an activity, this is hypocrisy. So I am going for a retreat because I am not connected to my honey. So at least I will succeed in meditation. So inside I have those cravings, and outside I am holding back. So this will not work. Krishna says it will never work. Never work. Internally, I am visualizing and have a fantasy for all the pleasures of rati, tushti and trapti, and outside I am in a retreat. Oh, I got late 5 minutes, okay, let us go there. So I became late because my mind is already has become a hypocrite. So we don't say about it. We say, my master used to say, oh, thank you, at least you came half an hour late, you are good. So, but master realizes that, okay, this guy is not ready. He is not ready to exhaust his restlessness because of the craving. This is what master says. Krishna said it 2500 years ago. So what master says, check craving, check rati, check trapti, check tushti. When you are going for a retreat, check it, understand it, and find out, are you ready for a retreat? Yes, go it. No, don't go. Better be exhaust your karma, exhaust your restlessness, exhaust your anxiety in doing the karma in a right manner. This is what the master is saying. If we are done with the rati, trapti and tushti, then meditation is a play and fun. Then you can sit wherever you want to sit, you will be in meditation. Why? Because now the mind is not wandering outside. Why? We are not a hypocrite. We are living and acting in life, no craving, let it come. It does not mean that you don't go for physical pleasure. You go for it. But at the time of doing meditation, this Prakriti is not pushing you. So your mind is totally settled. So, because, why? Because we are doing Nitya and the Naimitya karma. Now see, Master returns, Krishna says, why it happens, why you succeed in meditation? Because you are 100% into Nitya and the Naimitya karma. See that? So, control. Now there is another catch here. Krishna says, so when we control the senses outside and thinking inside the mind about rati, tushti and trapti, so that mind is already a hypocrite. Then what happens? Then many students say to me also, you are a teacher, you are not teaching according to me. You should teach according to me. What I want, you help me. So those questions comes because I have a lot of conflict between inside and outside. I told you before also. You already met. You already met a guy, Atul?
Yeah, I think so.
Yes, after 10 years. No, after 7 or 8 years, he called me day before yesterday. He always wanted me to teach according to him. And every time he returned and he said, this practice is not good. I said, I'll give you another practice. I gave him 50 practices. He got himself tired and he left me. I knew it. No, we will meet again. I said, very good, we will meet again. Now understand, simple thing. Your mind keeps the goal of self-discovery 24/7. You wake up, you know the goal of your life. Finished. Done. So when you are inspired by the goal of life, the impact of rati, tushti and trapti drops down. You just keep that in your mind. Only get inspired. And when that intent drop goes up, it becomes great, intense pressure. That intense pressure will help you to know the secret of karma yoga. So we start dropping the hypocrisy. Finished. That is the one part. So when we drop this hypocrisy, now we understand the body. This body is our car. 5 senses are the wheels. Steering is the mind. Driver is the intellect. And I am sitting in this car. Body is the body of a car. So if 4 wheels, instead of 4 wheels, we have 5 wheels. Steering is the mind and driver is the intellect. If the mind and the sense organ becomes the driver, that is because of rati, tripti and tushti. So the intellect has to become a driver. Intellect must say, go there, go there. Don't go there, don't go there. That helps us to discover how to perform the duty without ego and without the result of any action. The intellect is always awake. If the intellect is not awake in any action, the mind will drive definitely to rati, tushti and tripti. See that intellect should guide us. If the intellect is not guiding, and the intellect should have earned the wealth of viveka and vairagya. If it has not earned the wealth of viveka and vairagya, then it is constantly dictated by the mind. And then, so what is about Krishna teaching? Now there are two types of teacher. One type of the teacher in Eastern wisdom never says, you say this is what you need to do, And if you don't do it, then you will not succeed. Krishna is like another teacher. He says, I am ready to explain to you in detail. Provided you are a seeker, you listen to me, every aspect, I will explain you the secrets of karma, step by step. So let us see the another verse. So that is on that basis I explained you the milestones on the journey. You started learning, milestone 1, listening, milestone 2, you prepare, and the milestone 3, you start the journey. Now the 7th verse of the Gita, this 3rd chapter, Yah tu indriyani manasa niyama arambhate arjuna karma indriyai karma yogam asakta sah vishishyate. Only one word is very important and then we will relate it. Asakta, unattached to the world outside where we perform our action. So that is the most important word. Karma yogam, karma yoga, asaktaha, unattached, I am doing the karma. Saha vishishyate, yoga of action, excels. We become excellent in doing my duty. So means I recognize what is my duty, I perform in the best possible way. Finished. I performed in the best possible way, and that will help me to succeed in meditation. So now he says asakta. Asakta means unattached. So here the word unattachment, you can see that it is moderation. Some people are constantly chasing their partner for the sexual pleasure 24/7. They have only one thing in their mind. Other people have the food in their mind. Third type of the people have the money in their mind. Accumulation, property, accumulation of the property in their mind. No, that should not be there. So the master says, yes, when you are doing your business, you must project. So he says, balance it, moderate it. Don't be a hypocrite. If you have some urge, satisfy it and finished. Check that your mind is clear. So here is what is the secret? The sense organs with the knowledge and the motor organs with an action. There must be a balance. So if there is a balance, you are unattached. There must be a balance. Sense organ perceives. It gains the knowledge of an object outside. So now put intellect into action. Ask the intellect, is it Shreyas? Yes. Now bring the motor organs into an action. So there is a balance between the two. So this is what is known as unattached. You have gone to the restroom, you forget it. You have taken a cup of tea, you forget it. So now when I am doing every action, I have done it, completed, forget it. Why? It will not create any impression in your mind. But that does not happen easily. Constantly we have to think. We have to think. Thinking in the mind, in the intellect, and then in that context we understood we don't have a choice of our parents, of our birth, our gender, to what kind of people we will be born with. There is no choice at all. It came from the existence, it came from the God. Accept it, recognize it, and perform my duty, perform my every action the best possible way, without seeking, without becoming a doer, without seeking the fruits of an action. So every day you are doing it, it will help you to succeed in meditation. When you sit in meditation, mind is already clear. You have nothing there. That needs to, so karma must be done first, must be done as a duty. So once you are doing it with the duty, it is not attached to the ego. When it is not attached to the ego, then obviously we can help ourselves in becoming a seeker. Then there is no blame and complaint. I am doing my duty. I have completed my duty. I have done the best possible way. Otherwise, the blame, complaint, reaction continues in my life. I am accumulating the karma. It is depositing into my vasana, karma shaya. And when it is deposited into the karma shaya, I have to face the result of it. So my karma is not being exhausted. By performing nitya and the nimitta karma, Krishna says you are becoming free from karma cycle. Finish. There is one more point, and that is what we are going to understand. So you see that, let us take the next, play and fun, yamaya. There was, I always talk a lot about Kabir. Did I talk about? No. In the context of karma? No.
No.
Yeah. So, झीनी झीनी बीनी रे चदरिया, काहे कताना काहे की भरनी, कौन तार से बीनी चदरिया, ज्यों की त्यों धर दीनी चदरिया. Chadariya here means the body with sense organs and the motor organs. So Kabir is saying, what a beautiful line he says, that I know that this is my body, and I also know, God, you created this complex body. So my duty is to leave this body as it is, without any attachment, without any obsession, after performing my duty. So I make a call from the smartphone. Now I have made a call, I put the smartphone down. I keep the phone as it is. Second part he says very good. He says that Ida Pingala Tana Bharni Sushmantar Se Bini Chadariya. God, I know that you created this body with the Sushumna, Ida, Pingala, Tantra concept, and Ida, Pingala, Nadi, and Sushumna Nadi. And you have also created 7 chakras in it. It is created by the 5 elements. It is created by, it has 3 bodies, physical, subtle, and causal body. And I have seen, Kabir says, I have seen millions of people. They abuse this body in the name of kundalini. But I have kept this body as it is. The way you have given this body to me, I am offering this body to you. I am not making an effort. That is the secret of Karma Yoga. That is the secret of Karma Yoga. Das Kabir jatan kari odhi, jyon ki tyon dhar dini chadariya. I kept this body as it is for you. Do whatever you want to do. Because all actions are performed by the body. So the moment I claim I am the body and I am the doer, so I will have a problem. So Kabir says, no, I don't want to do that. I have kept this. So why he says I have kept this? Taras, he says that this body should be used for service to purify the mind. If the service becomes the goal, then if the service becomes the goal, means this body belongs to you, this sense organ belongs to you, this motor organ belongs to you, it has to happen deep inside the mind. So after that I look at my honey, I'm doing a service to you. Intellect is aware. I'm looking at the money, I'm doing a service, I'm doing a charity. Everything becomes a mode of service. Why? Why this is not me? This is not mine. So when this is not me, this is not mine, and I am using this instrument because it belongs to the you God, I will keep this body as it is. To whom this advice is given? If I'm a seeker, I need to be detached. If I'm not a seeker, you need not to talk to anyone. Let them remain attached. I need not to say anything. I am a seeker, and if I am attached, then I have a problem. For a seeker, the goal is self-discovery. So I keep my goal as the self-discovery. Am I doing a service to my honey? Yes, it is because I want to. My goal is self-discovery. So I am exhausting my karma. Finished. I am earning money? Yes. Goal is still the self-discovery. Detachment by the senses to follow the mind, and the mind follows discernment. Discernment chooses Shreyas. Detachment by the sense organs to follow the mind follows Viveka, and the Viveka chooses Shreyas. Done. Knowledge in the mind is clear. So it means my intellect is already sitting in Shreyas. So where is the problem? Intellect is already sitting in the Shreyas. So where is the problem? So then he comes out, he again emphasizes Niyatam kuru karmaha tvam karma jyayayo hi akarmana. Then he gives another explanation. He stresses here in the 8th verse. What he stresses? That I am not a teacher who commands you to do one thing. But Krishna says, I will explain to you in detail. Understand it clearly. So what is the medicine for the crazy mind? Nitya and the Naimitya karma. Prescription medicine. He says that it is a prescription medicine. You cannot take any prescription medicine without the signature of a doctor. So similarly, he says Eastern wisdom gives you a prescription medicine, Nitya and the Naimitya karma. Let me perform my duty. Let me perform my duty the best possible way. Let me perform my duty without any ego or the desire. What will happen? Go back to the first where we started. The Prakriti pushes me. It causes the restlessness in me. So I am using that restlessness in doing the Nitya and the Naimitya karma. So the restlessness will go away. You will become calm and the peace. That is why we want to do the Nitya and the Naimitya karma, because restlessness comes from the mind. The mind has its sanskaras. That is why mind pushes me and compels me to work. So I am using that energy in doing the Nitya and the Naimitya karma. We should do now what is Nitya and the Naimitya karma. Another way, what is expected? What is expected from my wife, from my family, from the work, from the friends, from the society, from the nation? Let me do it best possible way. Doing karma in a best possible way, doing karma not dictated by the desire and the ego. What is expected from me? What is my role and duty towards these 5 elements, towards the sun, towards the earth? Did I talk about it? We have a tradition that the moment you put your first foot on the earth, you address the earth as a mother. You are taking burden of my body on your shoulder. I am aware of it. I will continue to perform my duty towards you, towards sun, towards 5 elements. This is a little subtler principle. This is what we say yajna. Or in English we say sacrifice. So in my understanding, when I connect myself to the outer world of 5 elements, sun and the moon and the earth, I break my ego. I become a part of the entire cosmos. So I should have a feeling inside. I should think about it. So when I don't think about it, then I remain limited. So when I remain limited, it causes lot of challenges in our life. We will also now see the other part of it. The 9th verse says, Yathartatah karmana anyatra lokah ayam karma bandhana tadartham karma konteya mukta sangha samachara. Now you see that I am doing a particular karma, I have left ego, I have left the desire for the fruits of an action, but the reward will definitely come to me. Reward has to come to me. If you are working hard on a business project, your focus is on the business, the money in terms of the reward will definitely come to you. It has to come to you. So when the fruits of an action comes to you, it creates another pattern of karma. I earn $1 million, so I have to do something with it, another set of karma. I could not earn, I have to work for again. So again, every result, whether I get a result in a positive way or a negative way, I have continued to do the karma. So I get the fruits of that result, and that fruit pushes me to do the karma. Maybe some of the karma, some karma we do, we get the instant result. And other karma we get the results in the future. But the result will definitely come. Good karma will bring the good result, bad karma will bring the bad result. That is 100% sure. But it means that I am already caught in the law of karma. Even after performing my duty and leaving aside ego, but I am caught in the law of karma. What should I do? What should I do? So the Master says, Krishna says, every action performed in the spirit of yajna, every action done in the spirit of yajna cannot bind you. All other actions bind us. So what is this yajna or sacrifice? First thing we perform our action like nitya and the naimitya karma in a best possible way, with an attitude of duty. And then what is this spirit of yajna? First thing we learnt that in duty and the nitya and the naimitya karma, we do not take the burden of ego and we do not take the burden of desire fruits of an action. So once that is complete, now let me do the karma for everyone. Why everyone? What that means? I am performing my duty to my wife because it is neither me nor mine. It belongs to the existence. O existence, at a particular period in my life, you allowed me to have a relationship with this girl and the boy. That is why I am performing the karma for you. Did you get it? Because we discussed about it, because find out what is your role of performing a particular action. Did we discuss that? What is my role of speaking? My lips are speaking, I am not. Tongue is using, I am not. Body is performing an action, I am where I am. What is my role? What is my role in speaking to you? What is your role in listening to you? Listening me. Your ears are listening to you, me. Your intellect is understanding. Neither you are your ears nor you are your intellect. Tell me, what is your role? What is your role of earning the money? Find out. What is your role? What exactly, where you are? You are going to the office. No, you are not going to the office. Your body is going to the office.
Yeah, but I am aware and present.
So who says that I am aware and present? That is a very secret principle we are understanding. Yes, go ahead.
It's ego. As soon as I am thinking something, my ego starting to...
So ego does not exist. Ego is the sum of body, breath, mind, intellect, thoughts, feelings, sensation. So what is my role? How much role I play in earning money, to have a relationship at the physical level? What exactly is my role? Where I stand? I don't stand anywhere. I don't stand. Can I earn money if this existence does not have any money? Just see that. Can I start thinking in this way? So when I start thinking in this way, I'm connected to the existence. I'm deeply connected to the world outside. Then I don't see that I am separate from the entire world. This is known as that yajna, the spirit of yajna. The 9th verse is there. What it says? Tadartham karma kaunteya mukta sangha samachara. The 9th verse. Yatharthat karmana anyatra loka. What a beautiful verse it says. To fulfill a desire, how many factors are responsible? If the space is not there, I cannot do any action. If the air is not there, I stop breathing. How can I do my action? Think of it. My hands are lifted. So my hands are lifted. I'm not lifting myself. Where I am? What is my role? My role is not there. So when I claim this is my role, this is what the false ego is. This is what the false ego. I am speaking. Where I am speaking? I am listening. I am entering into sexual pleasure. I am eating. I am driving. So we will understand that part. For the sake of transactional reality, living in the material world, I have to use this communication, but internally I feel I am independent. I have nothing to do anything. Sahyagya prajah srashtava pura uvacha prajapati anen prasavishdhyam aisha. It's again another what it says. It says, with the sacrifice, the yajna, the Lord of creature of old created creatures, and said, by this shall you bring forth, let this be your yeah. It's a quite little complex, but it says this is how the entire universe is working. We did talk about oxygen cycle, carbon dioxide cycle, phosphorus cycle, and ultimately it goes to Prakriti. It goes to the Prakriti. So the entire Prakriti continues this cycle again and again. I create my ego in order to drop and dissolve and melt away this entire ego. First, I have to think. First, when I wake up, that I am going to perform my duty, I am going to do this duty in a best possible manner. Then, once that is happening, then I start thinking that how many factors are responsible for performing the karma. And when I contemplate and reflect, I do not find any factor where I am is present. Either it is 5 sense organs, 5 motor organs, the body, the mind, the intellect, and the thought process. Okay, let me use all of them for the sake of the entire universe. So what will happen? First thing, that you are exhausting all your karma. Every time you perform a karma, it will not cause any impression inside. Second, the mind will remain focused on succeeding in self-discovery. Third, your sufferings will be minimized. You used to get you to react in anger and the pain, they will start leaving your system completely. That is the beauty of the karma yoga. That is the beauty of this karma yoga. Look at it another look at another verse. Yeah. Another verse. Yes, another verse it says that mind now is totally committed to the self-discovery inside, and now outside you are working like an instrument. That state comes. So you are focused on every activity in a business, at house, in family. Now you introduce meditation, you are committed to meditation, and your meditation succeeds. The power of yajna, the power of sacrifice, connecting to the entire universe. By dissolving that ego which claims, after all, I am doing. Otherwise, what will happen, Taras? Okay, I don't have an ego, so I am doing my duty, I am performing, but internally the mind continues to think of it. After all, the result will come to me. So to get that idea of result coming to me, you have to drop it. How you drop it? By connecting, or every time you ask, after how much I am responsible for a particular action. Normally people say, I have earned $1 million. Okay, what is your contribution? So, but we don't think about it. We do not think in this way. I don't want to connect myself. Who is that guy? Vivekananda. A very rich guy. Very rich guy in US when he came to 1893. I'll tell you the name. He was the richest person from 1893 to 1920. Rockefeller. Yes, Rockefeller Foundation. So that Rockefeller was suffering from many diseases and he was earning money from the different sources. So one of his friends asked him to meet Vivekananda. And when he met Vivekananda, anyhow, Swami Vivekananda told him that you do something for the society because you have earned lot of money from the same society. So Rockefeller was upset. It was written in the biography, in the autobiography, written by one of his friend of Rockefeller. So Rockefeller became very annoyed. I earned the money because of my hard work. Why should I spare this money to anyone? So anyhow, after 3 weeks, the Rockefeller came to see Vivekananda again, and he showed the newspaper. So in the newspaper, it was his picture donating $1 million. And he showed it to Vivekananda and told Swami Vivekananda, now you have to thank me because I donated $1 million. So Vivekananda said, you should thank me, instead I should thank you. He got very annoyed and he said, why you should thank me? Because I showed you the way to be happy. You were not happy until today. So it has a deeper impact on him, and still the Rockefeller Foundation is doing a good work of charity. So how to connect yourself to the word? Yes, what is your question?
But there is other example with Osho, who built the city in Oregon for the sannyasi, Rajneeshpur.
Yeah.
And finally he was in prison in United States and was deported to the India back. And his capital was huge. It was tens of millions dollars.
Yeah, billions of dollars. Billions of dollars. But